This is Kevin, and in this video, we're going to be talking about. This is Kevin from Let Me Tech You, and in this video, we're going to be talking about how to import in resources into Terraform. Now, sometimes a lot of businesses have been using the cloud for quite some time, or you start using a product, or you want to just kind of get your infrastructure built in a way to where it's no longer done in terms of what they call click ops, but more in a DevOps fashion. So what you're going to have to do before you can do that is you can either go net new and start building anything new in Terraform, but some people might want to actually start bringing some of their infrastructure into Terraform when you find yourself repeatedly making changes in those areas. So I'm going to show you how to do a quick and easy import of a resource and how easily that can be done. So what I'm going to do first here is I'm going to build a resource group, and it's going to call this Kevin Test Import. I'm going to put it in Central US, and I'm just going to create that. So we have this resource group created. So it can only be managed up here. But you know what, we would like to bring this down into Terraform to be able to maybe make changes to it, keep some life cycle, just some life cycle information around it whenever there are changes made to it, or adding tags, or maybe doing a for each to build multiple resource groups, things like that. So what we can do is if we go to Terraform's website, and in their registry, they give you information on how to import all of these particular resources. So I'm going to come here and go into documentation, and I'm going to look for a resource group. So under the, where is it at here? Resources, we see Azure RM resource group. And then on the right hand side, there's an import option. So it's going to take you down to the bottom, and it basically tells you resource groups can be imported using the resource ID. So the resource ID is going to be under the properties, as you can see here, the resource ID. So what we need to do is we first need to build this out inside of our Terraform before we can bring this in. So inside my import folder, I'm going to create a new file, and I'm going to call this main.tf. Now we're not going to worry about refactoring or we're going to put everything in this one folder. So I'm going to take this provider block, because it's the same one I always use, and I'm going to paste this in here as well. And what we need to do first is we need to create that in Terraform for us to be able to import it. So we can essentially take this block here and go back into our configuration and paste that, and then we have to make some changes. So we want to call this main, and then for our name we need to call this Kevin, what do we call that? Test import, I believe it was. So many tabs up. Kevin Test Import, and then Central US. And then the location, Central US, and we're going to save that. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a Terraform init. Oh, we're not in that folder. Where are we at here? It says command not found Terraform. So it's going to download everything. We're already logged in. If you're not logged in, you want to just do an AZ login. So now that that's like that, we want to basically take the command like so from Terraform if this comes back up. And so it looks like we need a Terraform import. And let's put this in the command line. And so we need to take all of this part out. And it's going to be resource group.main. And then we need that resource ID. So we're going to copy this. And paste that in there. And we're going to hit enter. And you see our Terraform state file got populated. See there's nothing in there now. But once this builds this out, it shouldn't take too long there. So there we go. So we got our resource group, and now it's managed by Terraform. So I can do a Terraform show, and we can see that in here, and Terraform list, and see that our Azure RM resource group main is now inside of our Terraform state file. So now you may have multiple different types of, well, not multiple different types, but multiple resource groups that might need to be imported. So you would have to do this manually to import them all in. But if you are using just Azure and you want to import everything in, you can look at this tool called AZTFY or Azure AZTF Export. You can bring all your existing Azure resources under Terraform's management by installing this and running it. It's really simple. There's some stuff that it might skip over, but it does a good job of importing in infrastructure that you might have a lot of that you don't have the time to import every individual resource. So again, that's it on how to import in your resources. If you have any questions in regards to doing this or questions in regards to other particular providers that you're working with, drop me a comment down below and I'll be sure to get back with you. Again, thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you next time.